Hello students, welcome back to the class. During the last classes we have discussed about the types of terrorism, in which we have discussed about narco terrorism. What is meant by narco terrorism? We have discussed in the last class. Overall, we have discussed about ethno-nationalistic terrorism, religious terrorism, ideology oriented terrorism, state sponsored terrorism, and one is called as narco terrorism. We have discussed in the last class. So now we are going forward, children. Briefly we will discuss. First one, we know that types of terrorism. We have seen that emergence. First, terrorism is one of the greatest danger for our mankind in the 21st century. This is one of the greatest danger. So emergence of terrorism is one of the greatest danger. Terrorism is nothing but unlawful activities, whatever the activities which are quite unlawful activities against civilians, then that is called as terrorism. Already in the last class we have discussed from where the word terror originate. Terrors are mainly originated from the French Revolution. After French Revolution the word terror originate. Okay. Next we will go forward. Terrorism is not only restraining to the particular region. The terrorism is expanded all over the globe. Every countries are facing a problem. So this is a global menace. And terrorism is one of the greatest danger for the peace, prosperity as for the development of the society. So terrorism is one of the greatest danger. Now according to the second administrative reform, when they have published a report in 2008, second administrative reform when they have published, they classified that the terrorisms are mainly classified into 5 types. These are the 5 types. Ethno-nationalistic terrorism, one is called religious terrorism, one is called ideology oriented terrorism, one is called state sponsored terrorism, and one is called as narco terrorism. So what we have discussed, ethno-nationalistic terrorism means some of the terrorist leaders they demand secession from out of the country. They demand a separate state out of the country. Okay, for example, the similar movement took place in Punjab. A separate movement started in Punjab. A separate state demand was started in Punjab in 1980, Khalistan. Similarly, one more movement was started in Jammu Kashmir. Jammu Kashmir, a series of movement and freedom movement was started, and they wanted to be secession out of the country. They wanted to be separate out of the country. Similarly, one more movement was started such as Nagaland. So in this movement, what is the common thing is the leaders, the terrorist leaders are demanded a secession from out of the country. They wanted a separate state out of the country. So that type of terrorisms which are mainly demand a secession from out of the country or a separate state when they demanded from out of the country, then that type of terrorism is called as ethno-nationalistic terrorism. These are very dangerous for the nationalism. They are very dangerous for the national movement. They are very dangerous for the nation also. It is very dangerous. Second thing is religious terrorism. Children, we already seen that whenever the terrorisms are took place in the name of religion, that is religious terrorism. In Mumbai we can find 2008, 26 November, a series of blast has been occurred in which number of people were died, and this incident was conducted by this activities was conducted. The bomb blast in Mumbai was conducted by the Pakistan secret agency which is called as ISI, inter-service, ISI agents, inter-service intelligence. So this is the agency in Pakistan they have operated. So whenever these types, so not only in Mumbai but also in various parts of the country, the terrorist activities whenever it is operated, most of the hand is behind ISI agency. So whenever the terrorist activities were operated in the name of religion, that is called as religious terrorism. Next one is we have seen the ideology oriented. This is also called as left wing extremism. Why it is called extremism? Because they wanted to bring revolutionary changes by using the violent method. That's why this is called as left wing extremism. They were against to democratic principles. They believe that economic should be utilized among economic equality and social equality. So they were opposed against economic inequalities and social exploitations. Left wing extremism is quite against to that point, and the belief in the ideology of the great leaders of communist ideology. They mainly give importance to the communist ideology, which are mainly followed by the great leaders like Lenin, Mao Zedong, and Karl Marx, who is the father of communism. Next, state sponsored terrorism means whenever the states are sponsoring the terrorist activities, that is called state sponsored terrorism. For example, India, Pakistan. So mainly we can find our neighboring country Pakistan are mainly involving in the proxy war. These types of state sponsored terrorism or never participates a war directly, they involve the war indirectly by using the proxy war. They will fight a war indirectly. Okay, so best example we have seen India and Pakistan. So in Pakistan, what we have seen that they never fight, major countries will never fight a war. They will fight a war by using the terrorist activities. They will fight the war indirectly. Such wars are called as, so that is also called as state sponsored terrorism. Okay. Now narco terrorism, already I said you this, in narco terrorism the terrorist activities are involving in the prohibited trade. Whenever the terrorists are involving in the prohibited trades like narcotics, they were involving in drugs, okay, they were involving in tobacco, okay, such types of activities were against to the society, as well as this is against to the forest as well as forest department and police department. So whenever the terrorists are involving in the activities which are quietly prohibited, sandalwood, etc., that type of terrorism is called as narco terrorism. On the other hand, you can find further the terrorisms are mainly classified into more three categories. One is called environmental terrorism, one is called cyber terrorism, one is called as suicide terrorism. So first one we will discuss about what is called environmental terrorism. Now this is called as environmental terrorism. This is also called as bioterrorism. So environmental terrorism is also called as bioterrorism. What is called the bioterrorism in the sense? In these types of terrorism, premeditated damage means before only they will plan beforehand. That is called as premeditated damage. So they will plan before and they cause a great loss for the natural and natural resources. Okay, how they are causing a great loss for the natural resources? So these types of terrorist activities are using a biochemical product and they can cause great damage to the natural and natural resources that can cause mass destructions. Okay, because they are using mainly the weapons which can cause a mass destructions. And what type of weapons are using? Chemicals and biological weapons. So whenever the terrorist activities are involving the chemical weapons and biological weapons, by using them when they are destroying the natural resources which can lead to huge damage for the environment, that is called as bioterrorism. So what I said, whenever the terrorist activities are involving in the terrorism, whenever the terrorists are using different type of weapons, when they are using chemical weapons and biological weapons, by using these weapons when they will create a huge damage to the society, mass destructions to the society in the form of nature and natural resources. So such types of terrorism is called as bioterrorism. So bioterrorism is a terrorism in which mass destructions will occur to nature and natural resources. But these destructions will occur when they will use a chemical weapons and biological weapons. So this creates a great insecurity and large number of people will be died in the society. They will be massacring large number of people. For example, in the First World War we have seen that Germany, during the First World War, they have used chemical weapons. When the Germans have used chemical weapons, large number of people have died. Even during the Second World War, we know that Germans have created one secret chamber which is called as Auschwitz. So whenever if they wanted to kill the people, they use a poisonous gas in that chamber. They used to allow the people, and they will seal. Okay, and they will release the poisonous chamber. There is a poisonous gas chamber. So whenever if they wanted to kill any prisoners, they use that chamber which is called as Auschwitz. So by using the gases and poisonous gases, large number of people were lost their life. Such types of terrorism is called as environmental terrorism. Why? Because that is very dangerous for the environment. Okay. So this can cause insecurity to the large number of people, because when the large number of people will lose their life, that cause insecurity among the points. Deliberately, sometimes the people are using virus and bacteria. For example, coronavirus is the best example. In China, okay, in order to kill large number of people, okay, in order to kill large number of plants and animals, sometimes they'll use virus also, and sometimes they'll use bacteria also to kill the large number of people. So that is also called as bioterrorism. And in turn they will destroy the natural resources, which is called as bioterrorism. So this the terrorists are applying these types of techniques in most parts of the world. In most parts of the world you can find these types of techniques are quite common. So once again I will go forward. Environmental terrorism, which is called as bioterrorism. In this environmental terrorism and bioterrorism, terrorism will cause a great damage to the nature and natural resources, mass destructions will occur in this terrorism, because the terrorists are mainly using a weapons, and these weapons are chemical and biological weapons they are using. By using chemical and biological weapon, they are creating damage to the environment as well as the society, which can cause insecurity due to the massacre. A large number of people will die in the society, that is called as bioterrorism. So deliberately you can find there are many people on the other hand, in order to kill the society and in order to kill the large amount of people, sometimes virus and bacteria were also useful, and by using that they will kill large number of plants, animals and human beings, okay, and they will destroy the natural resources. So that is also one part of bioterrorism. So this is one point. So this types of terrorism is a techniques in most parts of the country. So here environmental terrorism or bioterrorism is nothing but damaging the environment by using the biological product, chemical product. Here the terrorists are using the biological and chemical product, and they are destroying the ecosystem, environment, they are destroying the natural resources. In turns they are killing the plants, they are killing animals as well as large amount of human beings. On the other hand, some type of terrorisms are using the virus and bacteria, and they are killing the large number of people. Okay, here the terrorisms are mainly using the biological products to kill the large number of people, and that's why this types of terrorism is called as bioterrorism. And this is the techniques mainly the terrorisms are propagated in most parts of the world. So this is called as environmental terrorism. So what we have studied, children, this is an environmental terrorism which is called as bioterrorism. This type of terrorism can cause great damage to the nature and natural environment, because here the terrorists are using some special weapons. They are using the weapons which are made up of chemical, they are using the weapons which are made up of biological. By using this weapon they are creating a mass damage to the plants, animals, human beings, etc. And sometime on the other hand, the terrorists are using, even they are taking a support of virus and bacteria, and they are killing large number of people, they are destroying the natural resources, etc. That's why this is called as bioterrorism. So thank you very much, children. So this we have completed. In the next lesson we will discuss about what is called as cyber terrorism. Okay, we will meet you in the next class, children. Thank you very much.